Welcome back to another episode of Oversoul Overland, where we explore the wilds within while traversing this beautiful wilderness we know to be our inheritance. Today we find ourselves in Pisgah National Forest, and the aim of today's video is really just a scouting run. These are all trails and roads that I have no familiarity with. And to start, it's already starting to snow, which wasn't projected for this area just yet. So as I keep an eye on the sky, I realized that I was rather unprepared for what laid ahead for me on this adventure. But more on that a little later. Let's see where this road leads. At this point, I feel fairly confident I found a place big enough for anyone who wants to come on the ride, for all of us to meet, have a meal, talk about why we're there. And I start to really appreciate the beauty of the snow. Now, a couple things had already begun to go wrong, and the first was there was no paved entrance into this area, which I had hoped for because a few of our members don't have 4x4s. So be aware that sometimes all the online research in the world will still throw you a curveball as you get out there and prepare to enjoy a good ride. So knowing this, I continue on and I press up the hill, and it's a pretty steep climb, but the beauty is unparalleled. This is about the moment where I realized that because I was expecting a little bit more pavement and a pretty even kilter trail, I didn't bring any of my recovery gear. So that means I've got to be extra careful because I'm all by myself, out of cell phone reception, with no recovery gear. This is my GPS. Okay. It doesn't show a fork in the road. This is me with no bars. Everything I looked up the night before, leading up to this, doesn't show a fork in the road. This is me realizing there is a fork in the road. And here is said fork in the road. Look. Got all that beautiful, icy, up and down goodness that could go on for who knows how long. And we've got some steep downhill stuff that's going to be the same. And I just was at the highest like climb I've ever had on this rig. So I don't know. Like, it's snowing. I don't know. Like, I'm probably going to turn around before I get myself stuck, because again, I don't have my usual recovery gear with me, because I really genuinely thought there was like a paved main road, and that's what I would be on. So all the information I found wrong. But let's just take a look and see what we're dealing with out here. Walk the trail a little. Psychopath. I literally cleaned this thing yesterday. Like, spent hours cleaning it, and I am out here now doing this. Man, it is gorgeous up here. Yeah, this is ice. You hear that sweet crunch on the wrong step, and I'm slipping down this slip and slide because this is packed ice. Check it out. Here. Just going and going. So that way looks to go down. We're in Pisgah National Forest, North Carolina, right on the Tennessee border. And as beautiful and fun as that looks, that's trouble. I'm glad I got out to walk this. This isn't just soft snow, this is all ice. So we're gonna do the reasonable thing. Walk back, turn around, and come up with a plan B, because down there it looks the same. Just for comparison. And right about here is fine, it's just light. Those are somewhat fresh tracks though, so maybe someone went down, but then you see on the hill down there, it's literally all ice. So, the wisdom play is to go back, because I don't have my recovery gear with me. And right now, I'm having some minor brake issues, but on ice, it could become a major thing. So, we aren't going to play that crazy game. But it's gorgeous. The big thing with not knowing where you are and seeing all those discrepancies, you always want to explore, you always want to have fun, and you want to push your limits. But when you have somewhere to be later in the day, and you just are a little unsure, you don't have your normal get out of jail free card with you, you never know how much you rely on your recovery gear until you've gotten stuck once or twice. And I gotta say, even on our trail ride a couple weeks ago, we saw one or two vehicles that were stuck. They just slid off the road, and as capable as your vehicle is, there's just too many unknowns. So here I played it super safe, even though I'm confident I could have cleared it. It's just, even at 60% confidence, there's still 40% unknown. And factor in the snow that's coming down. I didn't know how much accumulation would be there by the time I finally did turn around and return to the steepest slope I've ever faced in my life. So I made a reasonable decision and I turned around. But it's still beautiful up there, and I'm definitely going back to explore it in the near future. Thing about this climb is you really always need to go into the mountains with an expectation of things can change pretty quickly. Now, I didn't know that at the time, but this area was expecting 3 to 5 inches of snow over the next 8 hours. When I left, however, they were only calling for light rain. So getting up at this altitude and starting to see the accumulation, I had to make a mental note of, okay, I need to be careful because as I go higher up, in an hour's time, the conditions can change coming back down. And then if you're in the dark and in an unfamiliar area, you just set yourself up for failure. spot where we're going pretty steep on an angle. The road's getting narrower. My GPS this time is saying there's a turnaround point. But I'm going to get out and walk ahead just to make sure there's not like ice really packed underneath this. Most of this is actually fresh snow. So we're going to check it out and make sure that it's actually safe. Since I don't have a ton of recovery gear today. Let's see. Oh, it was so clean. Oh well. Let's see what we're dealing with. Okay. Oh yeah, there is ice. That is ice, but this inside corner, there seems to be some good traction right here, right there. Because I'd hate to turn around prematurely right here because it turns out I can't go this way. Oh my gosh, look at that. And this is going to be like a very short ride tomorrow. Oh yeah, if I go up higher, same deal. Yeah, that's a big slope. I'm going to turn around while there's a spot to turn around. Hopefully the folks back home will understand. It's beautiful up here though. Ooh, yeah, I'm sliding. This is why we walk it. this point, I'm really glad I turned around when I did, because I'm starting to notice that the snow's picking up, the accumulation's picking up, the temperature's falling, and I'm over an hour and a half from home with plans this evening with my wife. So for all y'all married folks, you know what that means. It's time to kick it into high gear and get up out of there. With that being said, the descent was beautiful, and the trees up here, although this is on the other side of Cherokee National Forest, the trees up here just seem so much healthier, and there's less of an underbrush, so you can definitely see that this is an older forest on the other side of the Smoky Mountains. So I'm really excited that I got to experience it on a day like today. It was absolutely breathtaking. So thank you so much for joining us on this scouting run. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have, and hopefully we'll see you on the next episode. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment if you thought I turned around too soon. Love to hear your opinion. And stay tuned next week because we'll have the trail ride after all the snow settles in. So join us then for that. Until next time, take care and God bless you.